Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams ranked among the best teams in the country in terms of passing offense. That's to be expected. Both head coaches are innovators, known as offensive gurus. Not that they totally abandoned the running game, but they're known more for finding the latest cutting-edge philosophy in the pass. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
Let's head down to the coin toss now. And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. We'll see how these two teams play in this game as they prepare for the opening kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20, and he's taken down at the 24. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. The quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. Quick release. Oh, had it knocked down. Riley's the kind of guy that's work ethic really pays off. Right now, he's playing some special football and leading the conference statistically. Second and 10. Ball on the 24. Throws out and through his hands.
This quarterback has got to do a better job of looking off defenders and allow his covered receivers some room to improvise and get free.
Quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab. Not a good series there throwing the football.
Yeah, not what you want to see as a head coach. 3 plays and all incomplete.
Campbell is waiting for the snap. He's got the corner. He's at midfield. He's pushed out of bounds at the 44. So the offense will come out in opponent's territory for their first drive of the game.
They couldn't have asked for better field position than this.
Scrambling around. So the quarterback scrambles for about 2 yards on the play.
It was a pretty good play here by the junior safety, stepping up and making a good tackle on the ball carrier.
From the 42-yard line, it's second down. Pulls it in, first down, and he's knocked out of bounds.
He faked out everybody in the stadium. When you can sell the run that well, you're going to have the upper hand on the defense.
He goes out of bounds at the 25.
It's all about chipping away at the defense. Even short yardage completions can have a way of building a quarterback's confidence.
Second and 9. Ball on the 25. Here's the halfback. The 5. He scores. What a play.
Man, I can remember the year that this young man enjoyed last year. Has everybody buzzing about the kind of season he can have this year.
And he converts the extra point. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
The Cornhuskers came into the game ranked 9th. After the bitterly disappointing loss, how far will the pollsters move them down? The upset is complete. And for Estes, he winds up with a couple of touchdown passes. The Hawkeyes lock in on victory, 30-24. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs try to wreck Tech in the clean, old-fashioned hate battle. And for Georgia Tech, they're looking to win their 3rd straight.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. He's going to air it long. Knocked down, incomplete.
You never know what will happen when the ball ricochets like that. Good effort by the defender.
That makes it second and 10.
From their own 25-yard line, it's second down.
Dog 4.
Tackle at the 46-yard line.
I credit the quarterback on that pass. He made a great read and delivered a very nice pass for the first down.
Easy. Square. Dog 4.
Going deep, lays it out there. Can't connect.
Jefferson is the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 46.
Not the greatest pass, but a really, really good play by the receiver to bail out his quarterback.
Throws and it's knocked away.
Intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
From the 44-yard line. Second down.
Red 2. Green 9.
Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain.
That makes it third and 3.
He's tackled right around the 30.
The offense gets a first down here. You got to give them some credit. But really, this is more about the defense. When a defense gets an offense to 3rd down and medium, you've got to be able to put pressure on a quarterback, especially when they're passing the football, and try to get your own offense the ball back. That time they let their own offense down.
And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. A nice-looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
From the 20-yard line, it's first down.
Green 9, green 9.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. And down he goes at the 13-yard line. This is the 10th play of this drive.
Green 9, green 9. Yellow 3.
This quarterback is tough as nails, Brad. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel, almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
So we're looking at another third down here.
Red 2.
Runs it right. Nice pickup.
The offense coordinator right now is very happy with the execution. That's the 5th first down on this drive alone. The big thing is when you have this kind of drive going, you don't want to end it in a field goal. Now you want to focus on trying to put the football into the end zone.
This is the 12th play of this drive. Throws into coverage, just picked off. And he probably should never have thrown that ball.
When your receivers are covered like that, sometimes as a quarterback, it's better to just take the sack than take your chances with a throw.
First down. This is a scary spot deep in their own territory. Tennessee is up a score. He's to the 20, across the 30, across midfield, inside the 30, the 10. Touchdown, big play. Tennessee's loaded, and they got one of their key players back again this year. It always helps when you got veteran leadership, Herbie, and it really helps when they're as talented as this guy is. And he adds the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee's got a great defensive game plan, and it's working right now.
Well, even from up here, Brad, you can see their defensive speed, and they're just playing with kind of an aggressive attitude. They're going to have to maintain that to slow down this offense.
The offense will take the field, hoping for a better result than their last drive.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
Here's the handoff, and he's taken down for a loss.
That was just smash-mouth, helmet-to-chin football by the defensive line there. They dominated the point of attack.
From their own 24-yard line. Second down.
3 down. Green 9.
Now he's flushed, and they got it.
The offensive line has to at least slow the guy down a little bit. He was in there in no time.
They come out in a 5-wide set. And he's level at the 34.
It was a well-designed and executed pattern, but on third down and forever, it just wasn't enough.
That'll bring up 4th and 1.
36. From their own 36-yard line. First down. Throws, and that one's going to hit the ground incomplete. He tried to hit his receiver in stride, but overthrew it a little too much.
That'll come in time. Just repetition, throwing that same pass over and over, and he'll be fine.
Here we go.
That's a great tackle at the 24-yard line.
Brad, not only did they give up a sack here, but their quarterback just got hit and hit hard. If I'm an offensive coordinator, or especially an offensive line coach, I'm getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same page, and they've got to take more pride in taking care of their quarterback than that play right there.
Defense hoping for another sack here on 3rd and long.
Check.
They come out in an empty backfield. Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. Inside the 30. To the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. He makes the PAT. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
Georgia and Georgia Tech. Somebody will say something about somebody's mama. Clean old-fashioned hate's coming. We've been watching this thing all day long. We have got an all-out Donnybrook on our hands. And for Curry, he's punched one into the end zone on the ground. Georgia Tech's out front, 14-7. Middle of the second quarter.
All right, thanks a lot, Reese. Ford ready to kick. Distance. And forget about returning this one. The offense will come back out onto the field, hoping for a little better result than that last pick six.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes.
Receiver's got the first down. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 39. Throws it in a hurry. Brought down around the 46-yard line. They're going to test this defense early with a no huddle.
The defenders are really going to have to get their heads into this game. That was a big play, and on first down, no less.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere. Pass incomplete, trying to get it to his receiver.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 31-yard line. There's a strike complete. And they make the stop at the 4. Defense has had 2 stops already down here. They'll bring him down at about the 5-yard line. The halfback just couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
Easy.
Got a man open, touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Campbell gets set to kick this one away. Excellent kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Volunteers really could have overlooked this team today, I think, very easily, but they haven't done that so far.
No, you can't take anybody too lightly, and they've obviously not done that. They come out of the gate today and really putting a lot of points up on the board.
Well, this offense has found the end zone on their last 2 drives, and they're coming out on this one trying to do much of the same. Pitches it. He's got the corner. He's to the 40. He's pushed out of bounds at the 49.
First down.
From the 49-yard line, it's first down. As we change ends of the field, I don't think we're going to be seeing much of a change in the outcome. 21-7, Tennessee. Back to the action now here in the second quarter. Scramble down. He can't get away from the pressure. Hodges is the kind of player that keeps defensive coordinators up late at night, Herbie. I mean, if you load the box and take away the run, he's going to go up on top. If you sit back in the zone, he'll kill you with his legs. I mean, he's a great player. We've got a 2nd and 11. Ball on their own 49. And they hit him in the backfield.
He wasn't decisive at all on that option. And once he kept it himself, there was no place to go.
Taken down around the 40-yard line. Big kick here to try to pin the offense deep in their own territory. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. And he is drilled at the 12.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
Ready to go.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry, and he hits him hard at the 46. And he tackles him hard at the 36-yard line.
That's a loss of 10 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
3 down. Easy, easy.
Tosses across the middle to his tight end, and he's tackled right around the 46-yard line.
You know what? After a play like that, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they went to the air again.
Kill, kill, kill. Tie right, tie right. Hey, kill, kill, kill. 3-9.
Black gets the call. He fights forward to about the 43. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Dog, check, check.
set.
The defenders played the snap count perfectly. They found the path into the backfield and didn't let the quarterback get away.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Red two down.
He delivers. And he's got the junior. Touchdown, Kentucky. And he hits the PAT. So a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And they put up 7 points.
I think the thing, Brad, that I'm seeing is the quarterback's taking advantage of some one-on-one opportunities on the outside for some big plays for this offense.
He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Tennessee is up by a touchdown. Quick strike to the receiver. At the 30. And he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 14.
First down.
So after the big pass play, we've got a first down.
Check 99, check 99.
He's tackled around the 13-yard line.
That makes it second and 10.
Pitch out, and he is hit immediately. It's 3rd and 13. Ball on the 17. Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it, and he's taken down at about the 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 14.
Tennessee is hoping to make this a 2-score game. Kicks away, and it is good. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. For Tennessee, they've been coming after the quarterback all day long. This defense has been bringing the blitz and is having success getting to him.
Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
Pressure got to him, and it's picked off. Tackle made around the 42-yard line. From the 42-yard line. First down. He goes out of bounds at the 41.
That brings up second and 9.
Five guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Now he's scrambling. Decides to slide. A 5-yard quarterback scramble.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on third down. Tackle at the 24.
Man, that was such a good job of reading the coverage and knowing where his receivers were. Any coach in the country would be thrilled to see that kind of composure, especially on third down.
Lets it fly. Quick throw, caught, touchdown. And he adds the extra point. So a 4-play, 42-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points. So our score, 31-14. They line up to kick this one away. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. Got the corner. He's knocked out of bounds at the 30. Quarterback couldn't maintain possession on their last drive. Let's see what he does here.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
Catches it, and he's looking for more. And down he goes at about the 41. That's a great tackle at the 49-yard line.
The quarterback and his receiver make a great play here and convert on an early down.
So it's second down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down. He's going right. Finds the junior. Touchdown-saving tackle, but it leaves him with a first and goal. That'll push him over the 100-yard mark in receiving.
Well, I don't know who's happier right now, Brad. The offensive coordinator calling the plays or the quarterback that continues to dial up this wide receiver. He now has over 100 yards receiving in this game, and I don't think he's going to slow down.
Touchdown, Wildcats. And he tacks on the extra point. Kentucky lines up for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Volunteers over the years have had great quarterbacks. They've got another one. He's proving to be that here in the first half, and he's the true leader of this group right now.
Leadership. You hit the nail right on the head. This team is moving the football, but it has everything to do with this young man and what he's been able to do for them. Because, it's again, he's making great throws. He's making good checks at the line of scrimmage. But the thing that's standing out to me is his leadership and the way this team responds to that leadership. And that's why this team right now has played as well as they have.
Brought down at the 29.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 29-yard line. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Caught, open field. And they make the stop at the 37. We've played a half. The Volunteers in front, 31-21. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. He kicks it off. He got all of that. into the end zone, down for a touchback. We're about set to start things up again. And a quick throw. They'll bring it down at 32.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving away 3 yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. Fitch on the handoff. He gets out to about the 37-yard line.
16 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Fitch gains about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it second and 6.
From the 33-yard line. Second down. Tosses left. Can't wrap him up. He gets out to about the 17-yard line.
That's a gain of 16 on the play. First down.
He scrambled. Fumble. He picks it up. He's on the run.
Fumble on the play.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He goes up, picked off.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
From their own 21-yard line. First down. He's out to the 30. He's pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 21 yards. First down.
And he shoved out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
Great job by the defense of getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
From their own 37-yard line, it's second down. Pressure coming and the ball is loose. Picks up the loose ball. He's taken down around the 29-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. And he's hit immediately.
You've got to play with that kind of purpose to move the ball against this defense.
That makes it first and 10.
From the 13-yard line, it's first down. receiver for the touchdown. The draw within a field goal. He makes the PAT. Kentucky is lining up to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Kentucky's not going to back down from anybody, Ruby. I guess at least not today.
No, not today. They played with a chip on their shoulder. They've stood toe-to-toe with the big boys, and I don't think they're finished yet.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. Tennessee has a 3-point lead. Give to the tailback, and he's met in the backfield. Second down and 17 to go. Ball on their own 18. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. The 50. Inside the 30. And now he's got room to run to the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. And he converts the extra point. Ford is lined up to kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. He gets out to about the 15-yard line. I'm sure that touchdown in their last possession's given them some confidence, but let's see if that carries them back down the field.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, then you can guarantee that he'll find the open man.
There's a strike complete. And he tackles him hard at the 48-yard line. And for Riley, this has been a very strong performance. He's got 400 yards through the air.
I like the way he's throwing the football today, showing a lot of poise in the pocket.
And let me tell you, it's been fun to watch, too. It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air.
1, 2, 3, 8.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want it.
From the 34-yard line. First down. Caught with room to work. He's tackled right around the 24-yard line. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And he's taken down at about the 15-yard line. That one goes for good yardage and a first down.
Yeah, that's just a nice gain on second down.
Red 2, green 15. Kill. Yellow 3.
What a play, and that is first and goal. Runs it left for a decent gain.
That's a 4 on that play. That brings him second and goal.
From the 1-yard line, it's second down. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Kentucky! Here's the extra point to get within a field goal. And he hits the PAT. A 7-play, 85-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
An amazing drive to this offense. Outstanding execution. If you're the defense, you've got to do something to try to change things up to get this quarterback out of sync.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Both teams have really answered the bell here in the third quarter, Kirk.
Well, exciting to see what these offenses have been able to do here. To be able to come out and score in your first drive tells you a lot about what they did during the half.
Pretty good looking touchdown drive the last time these guys were out there. Tennessee is up a field goal. He's hit and taken down.
That's good for a gain of 12 yards. First down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision.
He gets rid of this one. From their own 48-yard line. Second down. He's got to throw it in a hurry. And he's level at the 43. He's in trouble. Quick strike to the receiver. And he's tackled right around the 42-yard line.
That makes it 4th and inches.
Underwood is back awaiting the punt. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. And they get nice yardage on that run.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. And he is drilled at the 17.
Also 7 yards on that play. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey, kill! Flare!
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Throws it deep. Doesn't get there.
They know what to expect on 3rd down, and we're right in place to break up the pass.
4th down.
Frank is back to receive. That's 3 down and 1 to go. Tennessee's got a 3-point lead. Well, this final few minutes is going to determine this one. Tight ball game. Action set to start here in the fourth quarter. Tennessee is up by 3. Nice run to the outside. It's 2nd and 7. Ball on the 44-yard line. Gains his way to the 30-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Pull down, pull down. Check 59, right?
And down he goes around the 21-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Tight end, right. Pull down, pull down. Check 59, right? Mike is 59.
Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
False start. Offense.
Sometimes what happens on a false start is a lineman will see movement on the other side of the ball and be coaxed into jumping early.
Fires it out. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 14. Tennessee holds a field goal lead. He'll get the call again.
These guys have the capability to gain solid, consistent yardage. They have to regroup, come out a bit more motivated next time.
Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on the 15. He's going to try and scramble. Decides to slide.
He didn't get a bunch of yards, but it's better that he protects himself rather than taking a big hit on that play.
The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. And they push him out around the 7-yard line.
Gain of 5 yards. That brings us 4th and 3.
This isn't much more than an extra point. Kicks up, and it's through the uprights. Ford looks ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And they can forget about returning this one. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. They come out in a 5-wide set. With a quick throw. Nice grab on the play. He goes out of bounds at about the 45. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45. He gets gets sacked on the play. And we've seen just why many call this kid one of the best defensive players in the country.
This guy's just at another level. It just looks like he is stronger and faster than everybody else on the field.
And a quick throw. And they make the stop at the 49. Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45.
Check, check.
Tackle at the 44. Brought down right around the 34. It's second down, and they're about the length of the football from the first down marker. Just under 3 to go in regulation. They go with the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
That is a loss of 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Third down has been the charm on this drive.
Now, it's been all about execution. When it comes to calling the right play at the right time, they've been able to do it here.
Wants to throw outside. Leaps. Picked off. Oh, no. They really didn't need that.
And as a quarterback, you can't give up an interception late in the game. You got to be more careful with the football.
From their own 20-yard line. First down. Makes the catch, and he might take it. At the 30. He's taken down right around the 20.
Gain of 60 on the play. First down.
Fires out to his receiver. Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's second down, 6 to go. Ball on the 16. Just over a minute in the fourth quarter. Run right side. And a nice move to finish it off. Touchdown. So the offense is going to go for 2. Hands it off. He's in for the conversion. Ford gets set to kick this one away. Excellent kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. I'm sure there are a lot of fans out there hoping for a miracle, but I seriously doubt we're going to see one today.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
From their own 25-yard line, it's second down. Airing it out long. And he hauls it in deep downfield. They'll bring him down around the 26-yard line. Quick throw. It's intercepted, and that should do it. And it's the defense that delivers the knockout punch with that interception. From their own 20-yard line, it's first down. Under a minute left. He's out to the 30. Makes it out to about the 40.
That's good for a gain of 20 yards. First down.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
Makes it out to about the 49.
Gain of 11 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
Double tight, double tight. Four down, four down. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
Well, the offensive guns were ablaze all day, and it came down to who had one more shot. Tennessee, 49, Kentucky, 35. Let's get Kirk Herbstreit's final thoughts on this one. Herbie, what do you got for us?
Tennessee came out here today and played with the heart and intensity that you love to see in a rivalry game. They should be very proud of their victory because wins don't come easy between these two teams.
So that wraps things up for us. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying thanks, and we'll see you next time.